This week we are coming to you from the Catholic University of East Africa for the first ever East Africa's Got Talent. This is where all the semi-finals have been taking part live on Citizen Television, and I'm joined here on the bench exclusively by the other three judges and the host of the show. From my far left, Gaetano Kagwa from Uganda, right next to
Jeff,
my man.
So professional.
I know.
Right next to him is Anne Kansiime, the hostess with the mostest.
Stop it. Continue. Tell them.
Right next to her, Makeda Mahadio. Good to see you, my dear.
I'm so happy to be here.
You are, aren't you?
Yes.
And of course, the superstar herself, Vanessa Mday.
Yeah.
It's not Md.
No.
Kenyans call you Md.
Ooh, Nigerians call me MD.
Day. Guys, it's really good to see you, and thank you so much for taking time out, because I know you guys are busy flying in and out of the capital. But let's get right into it. Gaetano, your big takeaway from the first ever East Africa's Got Talent.
Dude, there's just so much that's been removed. I think for me, it's just the fact that the talent I knew we had, but the extent to which it really comes to the fore is ridiculous. I mean, I've seen people performing when you go to venues where, you know, functions, you're like, yeah, these guys are good. But when you see them on this stage, it's elevated, and I am just blown away. I mean, there are no real words that can express how I feel. But I'm so happy to be part of this.
Absolutely.
So happy.
Vanessa, your thoughts?
My thoughts are that people finally have realized that we weren't kidding when we were saying Got Talent is coming to East Africa. I think people were a little bit apprehensive at first, like, are they sure? I read a couple of tweets when we first started. Why is this so much like the one in America? I said, well, because it's the same show. But no, just to echo Gaetano, the talent has been like incredible to watch, but what's more important is that they've been given such a unique platform. Like, whoever leaves the winner this weekend, everybody's lives is changing. Like, from the ones who were eliminated 2 weeks ago, their lives have already started to change. They're doing gigs, and they're on whatever it is, television. One girl, the tissue dancer, she dances at one of the biggest clubs in the city of Dar es Salaam now. So for me, it's like introduction. Yeah.
Speaking of the finals, I'm glad you mentioned that. The finals will be this coming Sunday, October the 6th. And it'll be live, as always, only on Citizen Television. Uganda will be NBS. In Tanzania, it's Clouds Media. And in Rwanda, Rwanda TV. Speaking of Rwanda.
Speaking of Rwanda, nice little segue there.
Your biggest takeaway, Makeda?
Honestly, I think it's just the fact that, you know, like Gaetano said, we knew that East Africa had talent, but a lot of East Africans don't have the resources that you need to elevate that talent. And a lot of them were just saying, I learned on YouTube, I tried it out, I practiced on my own, and seeing what they've come up with, these young dancers, the contortionists, all on their own with no training, no coaches. It's like, not only do we have talent, but we have ethic, resilience, and we have something special that can help us to do it without anything else.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Look, guys, let's admit it. The woman who had the toughest job in this whole 10 series was Anne Kansiime, honestly. Because, you know, you would come in a few days before the judges. Yeah, we give you a round of
Stop, guys.
You would come in a few days before the judges. You would rehearse like all day for like
and night.
And night sometimes. It was tough, wasn't it? It was tough.
Here's the thing. When I was told I was going to host, I was like, yeah, I'm going to be the host of the first East Africa's Got Talent. I didn't really understand what it would do. And I think it has not just changed East Africa and East Africans, it has changed me in ways that I didn't think were possible. I didn't think I would still be overwhelmed by talent, but being close to people who want it so much, and you see them fight for it, they come on stage and they are crying, and you're like, oh, it's okay, sorry. And you're feeling for them. And you
have to console them.
And now I really need people out there, whoever that didn't take part and they were scared, I don't know what you're waiting for. They've just told you people are already stars before winning. So help yourself.
Guys, the first 6 episodes were pre-recorded, we all know this. But the last 3 have all been live. Has that been tough? Has that been challenging? Anybody?
Yeah. Me first. It was the first time ever I had to read through a prompter and listen to her voice. I have a very, very small concentration. I have a very small concentration level. So even if I'm delivering a line in a skit and one of the people on the crew moves, I'm like, what? So I really had to train myself to read so far, listen to the voices. I've been freezing. Like, I didn't know my body. I had parts that could work independently. But now I've understood that I can actually hear and speak at the same time.
To be honest with you, I commend her. And, you know, you've got your own talent, my dear.
I'm in a relationship.
By the way, guys, but Anne wasn't just performing for the audience here. We're talking millions more at home. I mean, I know the numbers at Citizen alone was like 5 million on any given weekend during the live shows. So, I mean, you pulled it off.
I might as well stand for president.
But Jeff, you're here asking us these questions. How about you? What did you take away from this?
We're listening.
Yes.
We're listening.
My biggest takeaway was the fact that the folks who decided to come and do East Africa's Got Talent, like you said, had no clue what to expect. Didn't even think that we could pull it off the way we did. Number one, the judges gelled on day one, not week one or season one.
No.
The judges gelled. It's like we had been working. They can't believe it. They can't believe that we met for the first time and we gelled. So that was a big plus.
That was a huge plus.
The way we were interacting on that desk there, it was incredible. Speaking of desk, golden buzzer.
From me, it's no.
Makeda.
What's up?
Golden buzzer.
What's
Most
up?
controversial.
Speak to me. What y'all want to
Most
know?
controversial golden
And I'm
buzzer.
here to defend it.
You know
Speak
what?
to me.
It was 3 no's. It was 3 no's.
Vanessa was a yes.
Was she
She
Not
buzzed.
yes.
She was a no.
She buzzed,
no.
and then she said yes. Here's the thing. What I felt like was she did.
Oh, I've been waiting to
we
hear
watched
this.
it. Listen, we watched the performance, and we saw the way that everyone reacted. For the first half of the show, when she was controlled, when she was
good.
doing her thing, she was actually very good. People gave her standing ovation. Not everyone on this stage who walked across got a standing ovation. Everyone stood up. Everyone got excited, and I think she lost
it,
something
yes.
with the excitement.
Yes.
Then she lost something more with the red buzzers. And like you guys said, a lot of these people have never been on a stage like this. They've never seen a crowd like this. So I thought it was unfair for her to not only be sent away, but to be sent away with 3
rejection,
X's.
yeah.
And you know what
But
I
can I
mean?
ask
And she
you
didn't
this,
deserve that.
Makeda?
And she had talent. She
But
deserved
Makeda,
another chance.
Isn't this what the show is about? Unfortunately, you are going to have those moments. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Peace. I think Peace is a lovely lady. Even in her semi-final, you know, she didn't do as good as I thought she would do, but she got up over there with a lot of confidence. But that's part of the show. That's part. But you know,
Let me
don't.
tell you
I'm
what
not
else
taking
is-
anything away from your
Let
golden
me tell
buzzer.
you,
You
let
can
me
take
tell
it
you
if
what
you
else
want.
is a
I
part.
take it.
Take it, and then let me take it back. Let me tell you what else is a part of this show. You know, us as judges, I think we were chosen to do this because we also have our opinions and what we see in people. And the thing is, when we give out these golden buzzers, there's 2 ways you can give them out. One of them is, this act is amazing and everyone sees this amazing act. And another way is as a veto. And the fact is that I can use my golden buzzer if everyone else uses their X's, because I see something.
That's
And
true.
that's exactly what I did.
Right.
Why give a golden buzzer to someone who's going to get the 4 yeses and go through all the way anyway? Yes, give it to them because they deserve it, but other people deserve it too. So
But you know what? And I think what Gaetano said. Peace, your golden buzzer, did
Yes.
up her game in the
She
semi-final.
did.
She upped her game.
So
Maybe not as
much.
great as you would have expected, but she upped her
So
game and she
much.
got the votes.
So much.
Here's the other thing. There was a lot of criticism that we're being too nice to people. Did you hear that? Did you guys hear
did
that?
we hear it?
It's a family show. We didn't do this show to really bring down people.
It's
we
to
were looking for
uplift.
talent.
Yeah.
We've got talent.
Vanessa, you're the musician here, man. Were we too good to people?
I don't ever think that. I don't ever think that we were ever too good to anybody. The beauty about it is that before the semifinals, there was another huge slicing of people who went through that we initially said yes to. That was done by, you know, obviously a group of experts who are behind the scenes. Now, for me, as a performer, as someone who came from a talent show, I'm in no space to say anything that is demeaning or discouraging to anyone. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that type of critique. And also, by the way, the world is full of too many critics with no credentials. So I'm not going to be another one because I don't know how to juggle. I can't be the one now telling a juggler
that was not interesting.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
There's something there.
Yeah.
And anyone who stepped up to the plate to present a skill, a talent, everyone has genius level skill. So maybe it's not that particular thing, but for them to come up here and do something
And there's only going to be one
in front
winner.
of people, yeah, there's only going to be one winner. So how are we going to now break 1 million hearts? No, it's cool to give
nice.
Constructive criticism and be, you know, encouraging.
Reminded me of the Mona.
Oh, he was
that guy.
Professional mourner.
But you know what? He trended.
I did a little bit of research. It's actually a thing in Ireland.
Yeah.
They're professional. They have a name for them.
What do you mean in Ireland? Here in Uganda.
In
Uganda.
You
Yes.
pay the money?
Wait. If they did love you, a rate person,
Yes.
you hire someone to cry on your behalf.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Kansiime, behind the scenes, for instance, in semifinals, right? Remember when we had to send 4 home? And you could see the devastation on the faces of some of these goals.
Here's the thing. My most complicated episode was the second semi-final.
Oh,
Yeah.
mine too.
Where they tell
Yeah.
you the name of the person that is supposed to leave, and you're about to be like, "Excuse me, I think that's a mistake."
Yeah.
Like they told me when Yada Dance was getting out.
Oh,
I couldn't say it. I was like, "What?"
I was so
must have
sure.
heard
I was
wrongly.
so
I wanted to
sure
hear it
they
like 5 times, and I'm like, "Well, voters, you're special." Yada Dance. Wow.
She just touched on something here that just drives
Go on.
me crazy.
Go on.
Voters.
I mean, hold on, Gajan, it's like elections. You know what? Voter apathy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like elections.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. You want your person to go through, but you don't want to spend the time to actually vote.
Yeah.
You know?
And then you get angry when they don't make it.
Yeah.
I mean, again, not to take
Yeah.
anything away from them. Maybe they felt a particular person didn't deserve a vote, just like we made our votes when we did our auditions. They made theirs, but at the same time, you're like,
About that, I don't want to be in your shoes, guys. I don't. Jeff, you've suffered. Because usually I
I'm
start
the
with
last guy.
Gaetano, Makeda, and yours is the burden.
I'm the
You have to
tiebreaker.
decide.
Yes.
I think next time what you should do, we can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Next season, let's start again.
Usually Gaetano wants to go down the judging table. He's like, not me. Don't
Oh my gosh, let Gaetano be the last one, please.
please.
That would be amazing.
That would
Set too much
soften
pace.
Gaetano.
Yeah.
He'll be like, no, but yeah, that second semi-final was super painful for all of us.
The tears?
The tears. The tears.
And
the
then
kids.
someone is crying right next to you, but you still have to close the show. I nearly cried. Let me just come
so
back next
bad.
week. And then, was it
Yeah.
that very young girl?
Yes,
Lena.
Oh.
I've never seen someone. She was dehydrated by the time she did.
I can
She had
imagine.
cried.
And
I'm like,
Vanessa,
what?
speaking of Yada Dance, the first time out, they killed you, huh?
They killed me a little bit. Yeah, I'll never forget that moment in my life.
Oh,
They killed me a little bit. Crybaby of the season.
Someone else cried and said that his eyes were sweating.
Listen, to be honest, I think other people were bigger crybabies. It's just that I have bigger outbursts and tears.
There was smoke in my eyes.
Yeah.
Interference, you know?
Yeah, allergies. Allergies. Yeah.
oh, this is a special edition of Jeff Koinange Live, right here at the Catholic University of East Africa, talking exclusively with the 3 other judges in the first ever East Africa's Got Talent. I tell you, season 1 has been off the chains. And of course, the hostess with the mostest, Anne Kansiime, came through. No doubt about it. Keep tweeting at Koinange Jeff, at Citizen TV Kenya. The hashtag is JKLIVE. JKLIVE takes a break. We'll be back in a moment.